Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Returner decides to fair catch this. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Gonna run it. It's Foster. Running with purpose. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Breaking free at midfield. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a first and goal. What a play.
Well, the quarterback obviously saw something there for him to hand it off. It was probably the defense not being in their lanes and sitting back against the pass game. And, man, did he make them pay for it.
And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down with pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff from the shotgun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with these defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Running back has it on a screen now. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
I love early in a game like this when you get the running back involved. You just get his hands on the football. Also, nice, easy screen. Gets the quarterback settled into the game. Nice, easy throw. And look at this. It ends up being a huge play.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down quickly, but a big gain through the air. Ball moves to the 45.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. They're going to run it here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. You give it to the big fullback here. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Man, I love this play call. And I'll tell you what, I didn't know he had this kind of speed. I knew he could get you 2 yards and 3 yards in short yardage situations. But you give him some room. I didn't know he could get out and pick up those kind of yards.
On the run, it's Novak. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Novak. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And the game is now tied. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here. From their own 7, it's now 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to pass. It's Hart. Looks like he's going to run it. Finding space at the 20. And he's brought down there.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser-focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
That's a solid gain to move the sticks as the first quarter clock winds down. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal. The offense knocking on the door here with a first and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. They'll try to run this one in. And the defense brings him down. Here we go, back in the red zone. 0 for 2 scoring touchdowns here so far, and it's third and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky.
A little bit surprised here, Chris. I thought they might put the ball in the air here on third and goal, but instead they run the football, keep it on the ground, and they get the touchdown.
PAT puts them in front by 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play, but give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Finds his man. It's Novak. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Using his legs here. They'll make the first down in that scramble. That's a tough one for this defense to give up.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the wideout goes in motion. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And he's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made down the middle. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
And now the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
They'll run it here. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll raise 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
There's the handoff. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Trying the run, it's Novak.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And now a carry here for the fullback. Oh, and he fumbles. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
1st and goal. Can the offense punch it in and tie the score before the half? The shotgun running play call. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
You know, when the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The Kentucky offense is back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Bringing pressure. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Short throw complete to the tight end. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Back in motion now. To the air. It's Hart. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
He's going for a big play downfield. The ball is picked off. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. Mizz going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Heads out of bounds at the 44-yard line. The offense will take over there in good position. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And he never had a chance. Tackled in the backfield.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Oh, that one's picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it second and medium. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Running out of time in the pocket. to bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the 1st down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
They need 5 yards here on 4th down to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Hart. Throws to the tight end. Finds his man, has the 1st down. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they will claim the second half lead. Now here comes the point after attempt. And after the extra point, it's a 17-10 lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return starts from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Handoff to the back. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Takes the handoff. It's Novak. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's Manning. And that will pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at 38.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage. Not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. And it's almost picked off. He trusted his arm, but a risky throw. Almost his 2nd interception today.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Well, they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's on the run. Launches deep. And that one's picked off. What a play. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
He'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. That's an important 1st down on that running play. And here's the handoff. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Got a lane. Can he get in? And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. A quick throw out left, complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Back to pass. It's Hart. Short connection to the tight end here. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's looking to scramble. Breaking through defenders. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a first and goal inside the 10.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Another handoff to him on second and goal. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter. Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a third and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield. He may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Ball handed off. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And then first down, right back to the running game. Nice run. He's brought down at the 44. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Second down play coming up for this offense. The shotgun handoff here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looks like Missouri will have the first down.
defense does a good job at taking away the short routes and anything that might be close to the first down marker. The problem is they didn't account for the quarterback's legs. He pulls it down and picks up a first down.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. He's going to pull it down and run. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking for some space. It's Roberts. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. Offense right through the line, playing with tempo now. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the ball to the ground. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments, come up with a stop here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Nothing going with the running game on those two plays. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Looking to throw. It's Hart. Pressure is coming. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on 3rd down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at 4th down and long with the lead. Tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
1st down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Manning. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. He's going to take off here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And I love how this defensive coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that. That's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
They chase him down. They tried to run for it, but it'll bring up fourth down. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this fourth down play in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go, they step up again. Give them the game ball.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll hand it off. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he finds his tight end for the catch. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. Second and goal for the offense.
Here we go.
Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Hands off to the fullback. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri. So a huge score, but now with the conference championship on the line, Kirk, they got to get the ball back and score again.
This may decide the result of the conference championship right here. All of the focus is going to be on the special teams units. Who's going to get this onside kick?
PAT up and good. They trail by a touchdown, 24-17. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. In the final minute here, you'd expect them to take a knee and just secure the victory. But will they? And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Looking for some space. It's Foster. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. It's third down for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? And there's the handoff. Running through the tackle.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Grab down the middle. It's Manning. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. First down, looking to throw the ball. He'll try a pass here. Caught over the middle. It's Manning. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42. And a timeout is called here. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. The pocket breaking down. Tries to get loose on the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain.